My name is Cody Sphar. I am a California State FFA Proficiency Finalist for forage production. My SAE is working in the harvest of various forage crops with Alturas ranches. AR consists of a total of 55,000 acres and last year put up 69,000 tons of hay. The ranch produces grass, grain, straw, and alfalfa hay, along with their increasingly popular wild rice. During the first year of my SAE, I operated the hay squeeze and other smaller tractors or equipment. I also loaded the ranch's hay trucks that were moving hay from fields to the stack pads and barns by the office. We also delivered hay products to several other companies throughout the state. As a returning seasonal employee, I was hired to operate the mill stack and New Holland harrow beds, hauling both big and small grass, grain, alfalfa, and straw bales. I also continued to operate any equipment that was necessary or that I was asked to, such as the hay squeeze, forklift, mill squeeze, and the Mighty Bite. During my project, I gained further knowledge and confidence in my operational and mechanical abilities of the equipment. My knowledge of the ideal harvesting conditions and forage crop requirements has grown tremendously, thanks to my amazing and extremely knowledgeable coworkers, supervisors, and employers. I follow all safety regulations and inspections with my equipment, and have been the leader of our harvesting crew. With my growing confidence and experience in harvesting forage, I can now average 40 loads of little bales in 72 bale blocks, which is 2,880 bales in a workday. My placement is at a major producer of hay products and wild rice. I am grateful to be able to be a part of their amazing operation and will continue this project.
What factors determine the appropriate time to harvest your forage crop?
In my SEE with Alturas ranches, I help harvest different crops such as alfalfa, grain, and also grass hay. Our hay season is between June and October, sometimes earlier, sometimes later, depending on the year and the moisture levels in the air. For crops such as grass hay, it's a one-cut hay. We only cut it one time during the summer, and that's because it doesn't grow fast enough to be able to get a second and third cut, such as alfalfa. So if that's the case, then we look for height, we look for greenness, and weeds growing within it if we need to treat it. Majority of the time we don't have to treat the grasses here because they're generally a meadow grass, which is native to Alturas. And this is, so because they look for tonnage, because it's only a one-cut crop, we have to really look at the height and really wait on it, but not let it die or grow to a point it becomes moldy. But we also have to cut alfalfa. We cut alfalfa 3 to 4 times a year. Alfalfa, we look for stem thickness, stem moisture, greenness, and for grain, we look for the headness, the heading, the thickness of the stem, and also the coloration, and whether or not it's ready or not to cut.
If you could change any aspect of your SAE project, what would it be and why?
It is really hard for me to pick one aspect of my SAE that I would change because I thoroughly enjoyed every part of my SAE that I was involved with. I would rather than change an aspect of it, I would like to add on to mine with such as ground development, irrigation, or even learning how to test for soil nutrients. That way I know what fertilizers or what different nutrients I need to put back into the soil for next year's crop. This will allow me to learn both sides of my crop production rather than just the harvesting side, which was my main part.
Which component of your project is the most rewarding?
The component of my SE project that I found to be the most rewarding was the skills I gained within the areas of employability, equipment operation, and equipment maintenance. These skills have allowed me to build upon my connections with my coworkers, my superiors, and my bosses. All these connections that we've managed to build in Alturas ranches has allowed every crew, whether it be harrow beds, rakes, or balers, to be a part of a record-breaking crop production year for Alturas ranches in 2020. I have gained a confidence in my equipment operation abilities in the squeeze, harrow bed, and other tractors with small pull-behind implements such as rakes and balers, everything that is necessary for a crop production year. This confidence has allowed me to want to pursue a degree from Butte College in heavy equipment operation and also a dual major in ag education. That way I can help teach the future generations about ag and its importance. That way we can drive the local economy the state and the national economies.